everyone, today I'm going to be showing you how to make a really basic and simple salad with a delicious and healthy homemade salad dressing to go with it. And just really quick, if you guys are hearing some background noise, that's because I have a chicken going in the rotisserie, which I'll be serving with this salad. So that worked out nicely, and I wish you guys could smell how delicious it smells in here. But anyway, just to continue on with our video. So salads, of course, are great meals to eat, and they're really good for you. All those leafy greens really help to feed and cleanse your gut. They're anti-aging, and they help to build up some enzymes that help to kind of spark those chemical reactions that are so important for our body. So we're just going to start by making our salad dressing, and this recipe was passed down through my family from my great-grandma, so that's kind of cool, and also means that a lot of people have been enjoying this recipe, so I hope that you guys do too. So this recipe is really simple, and the recipe is in the description box below, so you can reference that. You're just going to need a cup of olive oil, a third plus a little bit of balsamic vinegar. So when I poured this, I just have the balsamic vinegar going a little bit slightly above the 1/3 cup measure, so just a little bit more than that. I have 3 teaspoons of mayonnaise in here, if you can see that. I have a tablespoon of Lawry seasoned salt. The bottle looks like this if you guys haven't seen it before. It's pretty popular, so I'm sure you guys are familiar with it. And here we have 1 clove of garlic, which we're going to press in a second. But really quick, I just wanted to mention to make sure to use liquid cup measures when you're measuring out all of your liquids, because dry cup measures are meant to be filled all the way to the brim, and that's kind of hard to do when you have liquids. So just make sure you're using these. So here is the garlic press. I'm just gonna plop this little clove into here, and I'm gonna press it into the jar that I have right here, because all of our ingredients are going in here. And also, if you don't have a garlic press, you can just mince the garlic yourself. So you would just chop it into tiny little pieces, and you would be all set. So I have my garlic clove in here, and I'm just gonna go ahead and press this down into my jar. I like to take a knife and kind of scrape the excess off the bottom. Make sure I get it all in there. If you lift the garlic press, you're gonna notice that there are some pieces still in there. So I like to just kind of put them back and then mince it again, so that I'm using everything that I can. So I'm just gonna press this again and get the excess off with my knife. And you might have to do it just a couple times to use up all of the garlic. So that's pretty good. We have our garlic in here, and we're gonna add the rest of our ingredients. So we're just gonna go ahead and combine everything. So we'll add our olive oil first. Just a quick note on olive oil. When you buy olive oil, make sure to buy pure olive oil, because in the US, bottles can be labeled olive oil and be actually mixed with a bunch of other oils. So you have to make sure it says pure in order to really just be getting your olive oil. And another thing, olive oil has a lot of benefits, but you only get those benefits when you eat it raw. So I know a lot of people like to cook with olive oil, like on your stovetop and things like that, but the only thing is that since it is such a fragile and delicate oil, when you bring it to that high of a heat, it changes chemically, and you're essentially getting rid of all those benefits that you would be getting if you were to just eat it raw. So this is the best way to eat it, just completely raw. So we're gonna go ahead and pour in our olive oil. And we'll add the balsamic vinegar. We'll add our mayonnaise, which helps to emulsify the vinegar and oil, which would otherwise just separate. So it just helps to hold it all together. So you're gonna add that. And we'll add our tablespoon of seasoning. And we are going to mix this all together by shaking it really well. So go ahead and cap your bottle and make sure you get a good grip on it, because you need to shake it kind of abruptly and you don't want it to go flying out of your hands. So, you know, kind of clumsy, so that can happen to me, but just be careful. You can just shake it. Make sure it's getting all mixed up in there. So our dressing is done once you've shaken it up really well and made sure that it's all mixed in there. And when you store this dressing, just make sure to refrigerate it, because it does have that fresh garlic in it. And also, just like any other store-bought salad dressing, you're going to shake it really well before each use. So we have that already, and for our really basic salad ingredients, I have some spinach right here. I have some romaine lettuce that's kind of a combination of romaine, carrot, and cabbage. So, you know, if you don't have the bagged combination, you can of course just buy all these ingredients separately and come home and chop them up yourself. So we have that. We have some salt and pepper, our lovely dressing. We have some cut up onion here and some avocado. So we're just gonna go ahead and combine all of this. Also, I usually really like to add some fruit, like some strawberries or blueberries, but right now we don't have any. But of course, if you can get some, or if you have some at home, then I would suggest adding that just for a little bit of extra added sweetness. So I'm gonna go ahead and pour about half this bag in here, and I'll add some spinach. So I'm just gonna add a little handful to mix in with that. I'm just making a little bit, so I'll do that. You can add your onion, and I'll add the avocado. I just kind of cut them up into little pieces, and the avocado is already salted, so I should do that. And I'm gonna toss the ingredients first just dry, like this, just so that it's getting nicely mixed in. And then we will add our little bit of our dressing. So just go ahead and be careful when you take off the lid. I'm just gonna add a little drizzle. So of course, depending on how much salad you're making, you're gonna either add more or less of all the ingredients. And then I'll sprinkle some salt and pepper, just a little bit. And I'll toss this again. And our salad is done and ready to serve. So here's our healthy and quick basic salad with our homemade salad dressing. If you guys like, you can eat this as a main dish just like this, or you can serve it with some meat or chicken, or you know, if you're a vegetarian, maybe with a baked potato or something like that. Also, if you guys have other herbs that you really enjoy, you can add that to the salad. Oftentimes I add things like cilantro, some grilled chicken, or some feta cheese. So I think you guys will see that this salad dressing complements a lot of flavors. Thank you guys so much for listening, and please subscribe if you haven't. You just click that little red button, and I'll see you guys next week.